Right, so my cognitive function has been clicking and clacking, right? And when I'm looking at this pair, I'm thinking, shit, doesn't AUD NZD look a lot like oh god, that's ugly. Right, let me get rid of these drawings. Doesn't AUD NZD look a lot like GBP NZD? You can see we made a high, we came back, and then we were struggling to make it back up, and now we finally had a push and a retracement. And you come over to AUD NZD, we had a push, we were faffing about instead in here instead of just coming straight up, but we had the push, retracement to an area of weekly area of interest, right? And then we pushed up to the next, to the structure point, the higher high. So you can see, what have we done? We've had a push on GBP NZD, a pullback. Are we at an area of interest that you could class? Bit of a big one, but you could class that. Anything to the left? Mostly there'll be something to the left here. Yeah, to a degree, right? So we'll just call it an area of interest. But price is now pulled back to an area of interest. My thought process with this is, doesn't it look like GBP NZD is just a week or two behind? And we could see potentially in the upcoming weeks this push to the upside to the higher high, right? And what we'd be wanting to see is the daily, of course, shift back bullish. I mean, to me, it just looks beautiful, okay? You can see price was bullish on the daily. And look at the pullback it's been having. This is just, this is accumulating, okay? This is just building up pressure. Price is just pinging back and forth between these. You get me? Like, if you can see it, you can see it. If you can't, I'll get a channel so you can see it. But when you do, you won't be able to unsee it. Where is this? No. Aha. Right, parallel channel. Okay. Now you can see it. It's just been ba-ding, all the way down to our support, where now we're looking for the ba-dong up to the structure point. Like, tell me that does not look sexy, right? Push up, nice little retracement, EMA, weekly area of interest, boom, push up again. And that's just on the daily. So we'll wait for the daily shift of structure to indicate that the weekly is finished pulling back. And then if this week closes with a doji rejection, we could see that morning star formation come in, and we could see it reach this high or potentially push up a bit further. But why I think it could maybe not reach the higher high within the week, and maybe just might reach here, if not give us another just small candle for the daily to fix its structure before the push up, is because we have, so you can see the pairs, I've kept them here, right? GBP NZD, AUD NZD. You can see on GBP AUD that we're currently on the weekly, we're at a low. Price is making a lower low, it's shifting. It's most likely going to close within 6 hours below here. So that'll have been shifted structure. So then we could see potentially that these are all probabilities and theories. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt. But we could see EMA, area of interest, buyers step in to push the weekly back up, which in turn would be strengthening GBP and weakening AUD, and then we would see AUD weaken, so AUD have that pullback also after breaking into a new higher high. So AUD is having a pullback on NZD, AUD is weakening also across the board, because GDP would be getting stronger, to have the pullback, and then GBP NZD would be strengthening at this area of interest to create that push, just like AUD NZD did. If you get it right, what I'm putting out and what I'm trying to explain is the correlation between these three pairs, okay? But just seeing how similar GBP NZD and AUD NZD is, right? And then grabbing the pair which has the because NZD is not a major pair, right? New Zealand dollar, who the fuck goes to New Zealand, right? So you know AUD and GDP are the big boys. So we get the pair with both of them to see what they're going up, see what's going down, you know, see who's winning, see who's getting stronger, who's getting weaker. And you don't have to just do this with these three pairs. I could add another pair in if I really wanted to see, but these three make so much sense. This isn't a reason to take a trade. This is just simply added confluence. And it's like a fun game to me, I'll be real with you. Because whether or not this plays out, I don't really care. But it's just cool, alright? It's when you love the markets, right, you find things like this cool and fun and interesting to see how they play out. Because you understand not every moment is the same. Just because one pair did it doesn't mean another pair is going to do it. But if it does do it, oh fuck, that's cool. If it doesn't, be like, oh, okay, that happened. So just having an open mind, and it's just never set. Okay, price has to come back and then push up, and then this pair has to push up. No, bro, like it can do whatever it fucking wants. GDP could just carry on weakening for all we know, and then eventually shift structure and just never push up. It's a possibility, but it's just fun to find the correlation between these, right? And then going into the week, if I'm going to take a trade, it just gives me added confidence in taking it, seeing the correlation between all these and be like, okay. And if I really wanted to, I could put extra bit of dough on that, you know what I'm saying? Put a little bit of extra sauce on that. Not saying I'm going to, but if you were that type of trader, the more confluences you had, the more money you risk. Well, that's a heavy game to play, that one. The law of probabilities is going to bite you in the ass at some point. But it's just, you know, it's a fun game. Trading is a fun game. Once you understand how to read technicals and understand how to trade mentally, trading is fun. I'll be real with you. Making thousands of pounds, clicking buttons, reading candlesticks and wicks. It's a fucking sick game, I'll say that.